Hey, good morning everyone. Matt here. In this quick little tutorial video, I'm going to show you how to get started on your Scratch game if you haven't already. I'm going to show you some key concepts to getting this rolling so you can catch up on your work. When you click on today's assignment, you're going to see that we are now in the last week of marking period 5. So we want to give you some time to finish your work, and that includes finishing this big game project that was e-learning week 3. That's going to give you the most points. That's a 100-point project grade. So when you click on it, here's the assignment. We're basically making a game in Scratch. Here's the link to create an account if you haven't. If you can look at some of the prior assignments and do some tutorials to get caught up. And then here's the rubric. This is very important, so I would click on this as well so you have this pulled up. This is going to show you how to get the best grade. All you have to do is these key bolded points here. 3 or more levels, 3 or more sprites, conditionals, broadcast, receive, and variables. I'm going to show you how to get some of these things done right away. First thing you're going to want to do is create an account in Scratch. And I'm going to go ahead and head over to Scratch right now. Scratch.mit.edu, and if you go to create, right off the bat you can start a new project. Now I'm going to sign in with my account so that I'm able to save and share my work. If you don't share your work, we're not going to be able to see it when you're done with it. First thing you want to do is head on over to Events. In this Events menu, we're going to bring out this when green flag clicked. This is the start of our game. This block starts our game off. The second key thing to realize is that everything that happens in your game has to be inside a forever loop. This forever loop keeps things running. Anything outside of the forever loop might run once, but then it will never run again. So we want to have everything inside here. The first thing I'm going to do is show you how to get your character moving using your keys on your keyboard. The best way to do that is, let's go to motion. We want to move our character up, down, left, and right. You might be tempted to use one of the move blocks, but it's best to use the change X and change Y blocks. That's because Snap operates on a grid. It's like a graph, and the origin 0, 0 of this graph is right here. So if we want to move to the right, we're going to change X in a positive direction. If we want to move to the left, we're going to change X in a negative direction. When we move our sprite, we're going to be clicking the arrow keys. So we're also going to use a conditional under control. A conditional is an if-then statement. And then we're going to use sensing, and we're going to use this key space press block right here. You can change the space key to be any of your arrow keys. So let's go to right arrow first. Right arrow is going to change our X by 10. Now already, if you put this block in here and run, you can start moving your character to the right, but none of your other arrow keys will work. I'm going to hit stop. I'm going to pull this back out here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to control click or 2-finger click and duplicate this. And now I'm going to change this to left arrow, and instead of moving in a positive direction, I'm going to move in the negative direction. Now when I click this, I can move right by clicking right arrow and left by clicking left arrow. We're going to do the same thing. I'm going to duplicate it again, but this time I'm going to say up arrow, and instead of X, let's throw that away, I'm going to start using the Y. Y by 10 is going to be in the up direction. Down direction will be changing Y by negative 10. So let's go ahead and do that now. Duplicate, down arrow, negative 10. I'm going to plug all of this together and put it inside the forever loop, click my green flag, and now test out your sprite. You should be able to go up, down, left, and right. That's a great start. Now, what do we do next? Let's save it. Let's save this. Give your game a name. I'm going to call it Cat Game. Let's call it Cat's Revenge. Let's get creative. And now this is the most important part. Sean and I will not be able to see your game unless you hit share. So let's share it now. Once you click on share, you'll come out to this screen. Your project is now shared. Cat's Revenge. There's still no instructions, but if I click play out here, you can see that I can play the game. I'm going to hit stop. I'm going to go back to see inside so I can keep editing. And now you can click on the next video. I'm trying to make these short so you can only pick the ones you need to watch. But this was your tutorial on how to just get started with a game and have a sprite that you can control. Keep in mind, if we go back to this rubric, all we've done so far, we don't even have a level yet. So really we're not quite in this range. We're still kind of failing, but you've started. So we're going to move up to this next level in the next video. Okay, see ya.